Most owners try to grow their business with more hours, but I'm gonna show you the 5 things that you can do to grow literally any business. And it's so simple, it feels like a cheat code. It feels as easy as an AI prompt. So I'm gonna show you those 5 things and exactly what you can do today to start growing your business without you. Let's jump into it. My name is Don Markland and I am the CEO of Accountability Now. We're one of the largest business coaching firms in North America. And I'm also the co-CEO of Numi.com, where we have over 34,000 coaches on our marketplace. And we're the largest coaching marketplace in the world. We work with coaches, consultants, and businesses all over the world. And in my history, I helped grow a tax resolution firm to 89 million, literally from 30 to 89 million. It was a huge success. And that's where I learned a lot of what I'm talking about today. And now, since then, with my own consulting and coaching firm, Accountability Now, we've worked with businesses everywhere. And I constantly see business owners get stuck. They get stuck at 500,000, or they get stuck at 1 million, or they get stuck at 2 million or something, and they don't know how to move it on. And I have realized and seen time and again that the things that are getting you stuck today are the things that get almost every single owner stuck. The business runs on you and not a system. And you've heard this many times from other people before, and it's easy to sit on the sidelines and say that, but I'm going to, in this video today, teach you how to get out of it. I know you know the feeling. We've all dealt with the feeling where you have sales in the morning, client problems at lunch, chasing invoices later on in the day, answering group texts at night or on weekends to try to get scheduling lined up or figure out who's called out. And your calendar is so busy, you can barely breathe. And if you ever take a 2-week vacation or any time off, things start to fall apart. Today is where we fix that. There are 5 things that change it, and they go in a specific order. Syntax matters, and a little about syntax. If you say the phrase, Joe ate the dog, and the dog ate Joe, same sentences, right? But very different outcomes. You want syntax, that's what syntax is, the order in which words are produced. And this here matters. What I'm gonna walk you through, I want you to listen, I want you to act on it, but I also want you to follow the order. So with that, let's jump in. The system is called SCORE. And it's called SCORE because business is about winning. It's about putting points on the board. It's about achievement. It's about doing great things. So let's teach you how to score. SCORE starts with S, which stands for sales and marketing, then C, which stands for controlled delivery, then O, which stands for operational data, then R, which stands for really massive goals, and then E, empower the team. We're gonna walk through each one and how to get started with SCORE so your business wins. The first item is S, sales and marketing. And every owner I talk to wants to work on big vision and strategy, and those are wonderful, but almost none of the owners are working on the most important part to get your business to there, and it's sales and marketing. Remember this statement: sales solves all sins. And this isn't everything, but I will remind you that there isn't a problem in your business that won't at least be a whole lot better with more sales. So for S to be fully working, you need 2 things: customers who show up without you hunting them down, and a place where all the leads are tracked, and then also conversions and sales occurring without the owner involved. So start with something you can do tonight. Pull your last 10 customers and find out where each of them actually found you. Not what they said, because they'll just say they Googled it, but was it an ad? What was it? What was the words that they searched for? And then once you've done that, you're gonna start to learn where you can get repeat customers and where you should be running better ads. And most owners guess where their people found them, and they rarely get the specifics. And then I want you to take that one source that brought you the most, and I want you to run campaigns on it every single week. Run it same day, same week, over time. And this is something that's really important about running marketing campaigns. The number one reason your marketing campaigns fail, whether it's a Meta campaign, Google campaign, Reddit ads, I don't care. The number one reason they fail is because you didn't set a budget high enough and run it long enough. That's really important to remember. Find the source where they're coming from, create campaigns on that, and continue to work on it until you get consistent lead flow. That's everything. You can't move on until it works for you. And then I want you to work on sales. Do your own sales history and your sales work. What does your one-pager look like? What is your script? What is your follow-up process? How do you stay in front of people on a regular basis? What do you promise them? And really master how you sell so someone else can do it for you. Every lead, every call, everything you get has to go into some sort of a tracking system like a CRM. If it lives in your head or lives on your phone, it doesn't exist. Now, there's 3 things I want you to do this month. Every new lead gets a text and an email in under 2 minutes. 7 follow-ups for every 21 days. Better is 30 follow-ups over 14 days. And an alert when a quote sits 14 days and nobody's touched it, or if you have a deal in your pipeline, or however your business works. And get that stuff tracked, because that's how you're going to learn that your S is complete. When all those things are happening without you and you can measure it, you're well ready to move on to the next piece of score, because you're gonna have leads and customers and cash flow to pay for everything else. So let's go to the next section. All right, we're talking about C now, controlled delivery. Selling more makes everything better. It's wonderful until the service you deliver or the product you deliver becomes choked or overwhelmed. Delivering the same quality every time without you checking it can be one of the hardest parts of your business, but the goal is simple. The work comes out of the same whether you put your best person on it, or you do it yourself, or somebody new. It's about creating a system of repeatable activities throughout all of your service delivery that makes this effective. I want you to write the done list for your main service, whatever it is. It can be 10 items, 15 items, 20, doesn't matter. This isn't a manual, this is your checklist. Remember, pilots still operate off a checklist to this day. It's why airplane crashes are one of the most rare vehicle accidents in the world, because pilots are trained to live off of a procedural checklist. And that's what I want you to create, your procedural checklist to drive consistent results. Hospitals put 19-item checklists in operating rooms, and deaths after surgery dropped by like 40%. This is the power of checklists. You get your checklist for your business so that whomever is doing your service delivery or your operations, they know exactly how to deliver consistent products every time. And when you write it down, always use real, plain terms. Clarity is your friend here. If you get too complex or too vague, people will make mistakes and it'll be a problem. Okay. Once you get that down and you really have a consistent process and you can see the output being consistent, you're ready to move on to O, which is the money part. And money matters, profitability matters, and data matters. So let's jump in to section 3. All right, section 3, O, operational data. This is all about paying yourself. There's 5 numbers that tell you almost everything in your business. What it costs you to get one customer, what a customer is worth before they leave, what's left after the cost of doing the work, and then what's left after everything, and how long it takes between paying for a job and getting paid for it. And that's really the whole dashboard. And there's little adjustments you can make depending upon the business. But on one page, I want you to have same numbers, same 5 numbers every single day. You don't need to be looking at follows or likes or clicks. I want you to measure those 5 things. And here's the part that I want you to change right now. It's called profit first. Most owners run it backward. The money comes in, they pay the team or the crew, they pay bills, they pay vendors, and then they take home whatever's left. And some months that's nothing or in the negatives, and I need you to flip that order today. Money lands in the account, and before anything else goes out, a set percentage moves into a profit account and a set percentage moves into your pay. Separate accounts, automatic transfers on the whatever, 1st and 15th, or if you pay every week, whatever it is. The business operates on what's left over, and that single change forces the truth into the open. If the business can't cover your paycheck, the fix isn't skipping your paycheck. The fix is your price, your scope, your sales. Every month you go without paying yourself, you're teaching the business it doesn't have to pay yourself. I want you to think of it that way. That'll make a big difference for you. Now, after you get all that information and you really start to have those 5 gauges and you're paying yourself, it's time to start really thinking big. So let's go to that section. Section 4, really massive goals. 10% growth is not a goal. You'll hit 10% just by answering more emails. Pick a 3-year number that you currently cannot reach. It's impossible. This is called the impossible goal exercise. I want you to pick a number or pick a growth goal and then intentionally make it impossible. How do I do this in 3 years? How do I do it in 2 years? How do I do it in the next 6 months? Whatever it is. And because of that, it's gonna force your creative thinking to see how big your company can be. That's a big change. The impossible goal exercise will get you out of the ruts. It'll get you out of thinking small and get you thinking massively bigger. You don't need quarterlies and annuals. Those are great events and I think they're very important, but you don't need them to start to really have massive goals and think big. Run the impossible goal exercise and start to dream as big as you can have. Now, before we move into the last piece, think what we've already done. By this point in your business, you're starting to have sales automated from a lead gen and closing perspective. You're starting to have consistent output, whether it's a product or a service, whatever it is, with minimal expense. And you're also measuring the 5 most important parts of your business and paying yourself. With that foundation, you're ready to dream big. You're ready to think bigger. And that's why Really Massive Goals lands here, not earlier. Earlier, it's about foundation, and now it's about launching. And with that, let's move into the last section. E, empower the team, the last part of SCORE. Once you've gotten your sales in process and you've got your operational data and you're paying yourself and you've got really big goals, it's time to build the dream team that takes this into the stratosphere. No more just about relying on you. It's about getting people that'll do it. And there's 2 little takeaways I want you to remember that'll help you do this. Number 1, clarity matters. Every single role in your organization better know exactly how they win, how they make a difference for the business, and what are the activities that they should avoid at all costs. Spell it out for them. Stop expecting them to know everything. That's number 1. Number 2, make work fun. Make it rewarding. Whomever's in those roles and is taking your business to a whole new level of success, make it worth their time, effort, energy, make it fun, make it rewarding. I'm not saying you have to give away all your margin, but I am saying you've got to invest time and energy and investment into making work and achievement of goals fun. You build that, your team is going to run. That all together makes your business grow at a level that you can't even imagine. So there it is, 5 things. Customers who come in without chasing them, consistently on autopilot, and then selling them without your involvement, making sure your delivery is consistent with minimal expense, and it doesn't matter if it's your best employee or worst employee, everybody can do it the same by following checklists. Then I want you, from an operational data standpoint, to get your 5 core things on a dashboard and pay yourself. I'm done with you skipping paychecks. Then set some massive earth-shattering goals and build a team underneath it to run them. Now, I don't mean to oversimplify the whole process. Obviously, this takes time, but if you will follow the plan, you're not going to be investing in EOS, you're not going to be investing in the E-Myth or Lean method. You don't need all these weird mechanisms. You just need to follow the order and don't move on until it works. And you will scale and you'll be able to move out of the business and be able to actually have the life you've always wanted. If you want to see where you rank on your own score, I've put in the notes below where you can go and take your own score test for free and see how does my business stand up against SCORE and where do I need to work on first. And as always, if this was valuable to you, leave comments below, share your perspectives of what you're struggling with, and I'll personally weigh in on ways to help you. And continue to like and follow the channel. And as always, we're going to help you grow your business 1 client at a time.